A homeless veteran walks into an exclusive event, desperate for help. But instead of kindness, he's met with cruel laughter. The staff orders him out. The wealthy guests look away. And just as security is about to drag him outside, Keanu Reeves stands up. And what happens next? No one saw coming. The grand ballroom was filled with laughter, expensive suits, and sparkling chandeliers. It was a charity gala, ironically meant to raise funds for veterans. But when an actual veteran walked in, he was treated like dirt. He wasn't dressed in a fine tuxedo. His clothes were worn, his boots covered in dust from the streets. He had a small, folded American flag in his hands, a reminder of his service, of the brothers he had lost. He wasn't asking for money. He wasn't begging for food. He just wanted to speak, to remind people what this event was truly about. But before he could even get a word out, the head waiter stepped in, blocking his path. "Sir, you need to leave. Now." His voice was cold. The veteran looked around, confused. "But this is a charity event for veterans, right?" A few guests turned to look. Some whispered. Others laughed. "That may be true," the waiter scoffed, "but we have a dress code." The veteran clenched his jaw. His hands tightened around the flag. He had fought for his country, risked his life for these people. And now he wasn't even allowed to stand in the same room? Security was called. 2 men approached, ready to drag him out like trash. The crowd didn't care. Some even pulled out their phones, smirking, ready to record the scene like it was entertainment. "You can't be here," one of the guards growled. "Get out before we force you out." The veteran looked around one last time, searching for a single face that cared. But all he saw were blank stares. His shoulders slumped. His eyes dropped to the floor. He had been through war. He had seen death. But somehow, this moment felt worse. And just as the guards grabbed his arms, a voice cut through the noise. "Let him go." The entire room froze. Because the man who spoke was Keanu Reeves. Keanu had been standing in the back, watching everything. He wasn't dressed in a suit either, just a simple black jacket, jeans, and worn-out boots. He looked just as out of place as the veteran. He stepped forward, his expression unreadable. "This man is a veteran." His voice was calm, but there was power behind it. "And you're throwing him out? At an event that claims to support him?" The crowd fell silent. The guards hesitated. No one wanted to be the guy who manhandled Keanu Reeves. The head waiter forced a laugh. "Mr. Reeves, I'm sure you understand. This is a formal event. We have standards." Keanu's eyes narrowed. "Standards?" He looked around the room. "You all talk about supporting veterans, but when a real one walks in, you turn your backs." His voice grew sharper. "What are you actually supporting? The cause? Or just your own image?" The tension in the room was suffocating. No one dared to speak. The veteran, still clutching his folded flag, looked at Keanu with disbelief. Keanu turned back to the guards. "Let him go." And this time, they did. Keanu didn't stop there. He walked up to the veteran and did something no one expected. He took off his own designer jacket, the one he had worn to the event, and wrapped it around the veteran's shoulders. Then, he led him to the front of the room. "This man has a story to tell," Keanu said, looking at the crowd, "and every single one of you needs to hear it." And so, the veteran spoke. And this time, people listened. By the end of the night, the same people who had laughed, who had ignored him, were shaking his hand, thanking him for his service, because of one man who chose to stand up when everyone else looked away. One moment of kindness can change everything. Keanu Reeves didn't just help a homeless veteran that night. He exposed the truth, that real respect isn't just about words, it's about actions. What do you think? Would you have done what Keanu did? Let us know in the comments below. Subscribe for more powerful stories that will restore your faith in humanity. Tag a friend who needs to hear this story.